All right, so here's what's interesting with living here, right? I'm at right now, visiting home on a Saturn line crossing the moon, right? It's like the moon and Saturn is a lot of emotional suppression, and that emotional suppression can really create melancholy, depression, all the sad emotions. But it's the kind of theme where, as well, while all this Leo energy is circulating, this fixed fire, it's like it is a furnace. It is a literal choo-choo train that says you can go forever. So me as a generator, I'm in that go forever energy. Even though I know I'm going to probably run on fumes tomorrow, this is the key theme, right? Like Saturn is hitting 7 degrees and it's sextile some energy. So it's asking for a little bit of emotional seclusion and rest to process emotions. But because I'm on this Saturn moon line, it's like, look, keep that suppressed. And 2 weeks from now, you're likely going to have to pay this karma back of how you didn't allow certain emotional recovery in the body space, okay? Like getting certain trapped emotion out of the body. So now here is the 7th house piece, okay? Let's say business relationships. It's like the sacrifice that I spoke about, okay? Moving somebody that I'm doing a one-on-one with today from the following week, which was completely jam-packed, where it's like I'm looking at the schedule and like, oh, this looks damn near impossible. So I need to, manage my energy properly. So it's, again, thinking of the mind on what parts of my routine is malfunctioning. So that's just something I'll have to work with when it comes and make adjustments to my schedule so that I can sustain, some sense of rationality between how much energy might I have versus, okay, what will my heart be able to fuel, okay, with the Leo energy versus, what kind of rest does my mind need versus what kind of rest does my emotions need to process. And how can I use the suppression of my emotional energy in order to fuel something theoretically impossible that can only be followed by faith or God. So I'll try to explain it later. So here's one of the ways that I do know how to work this Piscean energy, this Taurian energy in reality, bringing spirit down to earth, okay? I want you to try a breathing exercise with me. So, belly is going to expand, push it out like a balloon, and then I'm going to softly, slowly, and quietly inhale and visualize. Notice the shift in my tonality already. As I visualize and actually transport that air into the belly, I'm going to squeeze the glutes. I'm going to slowly let it rise up through the heart to the third eye. And I like to kind of stop with my first breath at the heart, bring the second breath to the third eye, and bring the third breath out of the crown. So let's try one more. Expand my belly first. I didn't inhale. Soft, slow, and quiet. You shouldn't hear your own breath, nor should you hear your chest move. And then I'm going to exhale the second to the third eye. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of that breath work and was able to bring yourself back down to center as I give you this closing message for you to receive. Should you be open to it? With that breath, you should be. Let's do one more. So what's important here is a lot of the locked energy that started with this grand fixed cross is starting to relieve itself. Okay, the pressure is separating, it's no longer applying, which means that through that combustion of energy, okay, think of it like car pistons firing, there is a certain cycle that was essentially cooking, literally boiling the inside of your heart, getting rid of things like imposter syndrome, getting rid of a lack of identity, okay, a lack of purpose as for where you're going and why you're going that way. A lot of these questions have challenged us. A lot of these energies have suppressed us. And the more misaligned we were, the more likely you've been struggling. The more aligned you were, the more likely you witnessed that the pressure is there anyways. And it was less of a struggle, but the tension still existed, even though it was a struggle. So now we're getting to this point where we're like, okay, you likely earned yourself a good amount of rest. And tomorrow I'll be literally on an airplane and in an airport for like 12 hours. So like, I'm like, look, I have plenty of time to rest And I have plenty of days that I still have set out before my real strong week begins next week. Okay? So it is still part of the plan. But with this said, we're coming up on a Venus retrograde. So again, this Piscean energy, when the moon crosses today, it can really help you preemptively let go of something so that our relationships will balance. Whether it's on the plus or the minus or somewhere in between, we will become more effective in the ways in which we are allowing ourselves to be an emotional pillar for ourselves, aka our dreams and our direction of where we're going, why we're going there, and what did, God tell you to do to get there. These are the themes that the rest and the seclusion could really support and help with. And I've been taking mine, quite frankly, every day on the here and there. And that's the stuff that allows you to sustain your dreams under the blindfolds of reality, at least the human construct form of reality. We're walking in the dark towards our dream, and only will you know. God says, take this left here, take a step. And I actually have practiced this my whole life. I'm not going to recommend this, but I used to drive with my eyes closed on the highway and just try to periodically open them every 7 seconds. And I would just try to trust that I would open it before I would crash. I'm not recommending that. If you're a kid watching this, please don't ever do it. Maybe I shouldn't even have said that, but I did because it is my true life. And I do the same thing while walking. And it's a lot easier to do it and walk in a neighborhood that, is quiet and there's not a lot of traffic in the city, but I still do it in the cities. And, I've done it with my partner. This is a great, healthy way to do it. Okay? Not the way I did it. But I was born in the Pisces constellation, so, okay. So, a whole Pisces message today. To do it with a partner. So, you have a partner that maybe they give you their arm, and I've done this with my partner, and we'll walk. And then I'll walk with my eyes closed, and it's just about trusting my partner, trusting that someone else has the right intention for you and does not want you to get hurt and wants the best for you or dreams to come true. And it's like, this is a positive exercise I can recommend, not the driving example. But I mean, I'm in Aries, so I've always been by myself. So it is what it is. Like, all right. But like with the partner exercise, because it's at the 7th degree, I recommend such a thing. All right. This is your AstroShaman. Actually, hit the thumbs up and likes button. It's an impromptu message. I'll see y'all soon.